Hi, everybody. I hope it's live. It doesn't say it's live here, but it says it's live here. So, hi. It's 6:15 where I am, and New Zealand it's 8:15. So, yeah, it seems I'm live. Oh, good. So, yes, bear with me, please. So now finally I got my studio up, but I'm still trying this and that and the other angle or whatever. So yes, this is what I want to do every Sunday evening and keep fingers crossed that it will go because last week I was on holiday, so I didn't, blah, 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 whatever. Yes, so weekly forecast with I Ching. So what I want to do with that is every Sunday evening, I'm coming to your home, or maybe where you are, it's still Saturday evening. I don't know, or Sunday morning. Yeah. So I'm coming live on here with my calendar, with my material here all around me. So please bear with me, and I will develop the forecast live here where I am. And I'm still having to get organized with all the tech stuff and everything. So we will just go along, we will roll along, and we will just do whatever it is. So if you always wanted to know more about the I Ching, this is the place to go. So this is what I will explain from now on, that we go through what is the I Ching of the year, the energy of the year, what is the I Ching of the month, and what is the I Ching of the day. And we always look at the coming 7 days because, the thing is really, there are some days where we feel really low. And there's probably a reason for it. Some have other explanations. I just love to ask the I Ching. So what's going on here? What's the energy? What can I do today? What is it that is aligned with the energies of the day today? So this is what I want to show you, how to use the I Ching to raise your energies. It's not about, oh, that day is blah, blah, blah. I stay at home, don't talk to anyone. No, it's not. If you know what's coming, you can align to the energies and use it for the best of their ability. So I give you an example, which is funnily enough, not an I Ching example, but a 12-day officers date selection. So just a little excursion to that one because it's so funny because it happened today. So today happens to be a distraction day. And with distraction days, a lot of people go like, oh, something will happen, something bad will happen. No, that's not what it's saying. The distraction day actually it means that there's a change. And with a distraction day, it is a change, which also means don't look back, just accept it. It's like there's a house collapsing. When they get rid of old houses, it's collapsing. Take it away, build a new one. That's what it is. So Destruction Day is really a good one, and it was so interesting because I had a wonderful chat today with someone, and he reminded me of a few things, and I could feel the resistance. No, I don't want to let go of that. I want to keep that. And then I felt that resistance, and I thought, let go of the resistance. Just listen. Just listen. And that's when a mind shift happened for me. And that's when I was reminded, oh, today's a Destruction Day. Just let that old pattern go and build new. This is how I'm using the energy of what is aligned. So that was an example of the 12-day officer of the date selection. But what we're doing here Sunday evening is I Ching. So how can you raise your energy with the I Ching? So the more you know, the better you can align yourself. So let's have a look. We're always starting with the year. So this year, 2024, is under the I Ching sign of number 38, which is opposition. So 38 opposition, what does it mean? There are other names for it. For instance, polarizing or division. Does that ring a bell? Isn't that actually the energy of the year? Doesn't it not feel like that? Like there's only right or wrong. And if you're in the concept of right or wrong, then you're having a really hard time because a lot of people think, no, this is right. No, this is wrong. And you just don't know. This is what the energy of the year is. So can you feel it like that? But the thing is with the opposition, so bear with me because I have to go from my materials and just collect all these things while I'm developing the forecast. The 38, the opposition or the division, the polarization, means that we're living in times where there is opposition, where there are things that don't make sense Does that ring a bell? Okay. But that also means tolerance is the thing to practice. Kindness, tolerance. Accepting that some people will not believe the same things that you do. Some people will act in a different way than you do. How can we tolerate that? Of course, there is a boundary where we're just like, no, I can't tolerate that anymore. And I also have an example for that. For instance, we are living in an apartment block here in Brisbane, and there's one apartment in the block underneath us where there's a dog. I mean, there are many dogs and they're barking at times, but that's okay. But this one has been locked out of the apartment at one day for 4 hours. How do I know that? Because this dog was whinging and whining and squeaking and yelling and just, it was heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking. It was unbelievable. And then it happened again the next day, another 4 hours. And I said, okay, that's enough. So I wrote to the house, not housekeeper, manager, and said, hang on, there's something going on, and that's not okay. That's not okay. So these people seem to not care what other people think or believe, or whether they're disturbed by this or not. They just, that is the thing. So how much can I tolerate that? I can tolerate the dog barking one or the other time, but to me, that poor creature was full of anxiety, and of course I was feeling it. So this is the boundary. This is where I say, no, okay, this is just too far on the other side. I can't tolerate that anymore. I have to do something. But before them, I give them the benefit of the doubt. I like, oh, whatever, that will happen one time and maybe not again. But if it happens again and again, I need to know what I can do. And because we're in an apartment block and I can't be 100% sure where it is. And also I cannot access any other level. So I cannot go down and say, knock, knock, is it your dog? I can't. So I have to do something. So this is how you tolerate that some people have a different lifestyle, believe in different things, and you keep to yourself with yours. This is what we all do at the moment, isn't it? But you have to stay true to yourself. And in that case, being true to myself was, I cannot tolerate a poor dog being treated like that. This is just not on me. So this is where I go then out of the tolerance and into the thing. But also, what in a year of 38 of polarizing opposition, we also have to acknowledge if the division is there, you cannot do big things. So, I mean, most of us probably in the very beginning of this new era that we're living in, we're trying to convince other people that, no, this must be right, and I believe this is right. We're not anymore. So you have to stay true to yourself, but you don't have to preach or tell everybody, no, I'm this and I'm that. No. Stay true to yourself inside, especially inside of you. And then with small things like saying like one of my favorite sentences a few years ago was, well, history will tell, won't it? So to not attach to somebody else's aggression or somebody else's preaching. That is what the year energy is also, the 38. So if you look into the I Ching number 38 and read through that, you will see that the opposition comes from the fire on top and the lake underneath, and the fire goes up and the lake is actually dispersing and flowing somewhere or disappearing maybe somewhere down. So it is an opposition. And the elements, they won't work together. So what can you do? You can only do small things, because if you do big ones, then either the lake will evaporate, disappear with the fire, or the fire will be ceased. So we can't do too many things this year. But we can do things on the small scale. So this is what we need to do. Stay true to ourselves this year. Doing things on a small scale, taking care of the people around us. That is what also the opposition means. That if the division is that strong, what do you want to do? You will exhaust yourself, your fire, and it will not lead you anywhere. So this is what the year energy is, and I will start with this every Sunday, probably, sometimes more, sometimes less, depending on what's happening around me. So let's look into the month energy. So the month energy is I Ching number 10, which is called, some call it tread. I'm treading or something. I like the one of the names, I don't know who, it's a modern interpretation, it says, continuing with alertness. Does that ring a bell as well? And doesn't that fit to the opposition? So this month, and yeah, I mean, those of you who are doing Batsa know it's a dragon month. So dragon month in a dragon year, continuing with alertness. Does that ring a bell? Yeah. So the self-punishment is coming through. I know a lot of Batsa people who like, oh, I hope this month is over soon. Well, let's make the best of it. I mean, you want to sleep the whole month through. It doesn't make sense. So treading, alertness. So with this month, really being alert, and also taking the year's theme of staying true to yourself. Okay, so that works well together. I think that really fits. So the tread is not one of my favorite I Chings, to be honest, but it's okay. That's just what it is. I mean, what else is it has the lake on top and heaven underneath, so it has to do with other people. It has to do how to also treat other people, and it also has to do how other people treat you, but more how does it reflect on how you treat other people with alertness. So it's about observing. If you saw the one 3 weeks ago, there was a lot about observing. So it's again about observing. And that also has to do with the year energy, that we cannot do that much. So this month energy, which is one more week, I think, I will let you know, is continuing with alertness and really how to continue with other people, a bit more careful, maybe a bit more, watch your words and watch your message and watch what it's all about. So this is really an interesting thing to look into this month. So the I Ching this month is really watch yourself, how you treat other people, how you talk to other people, and maybe you mirror them, could be, but that's also an awareness, isn't it? So if you come into that awareness of how you can continue with alertness, and I'd say maybe even awareness, that is this month's energy. Okay, let's go into the days. I mean, today's energy was 45 gathering, but I don't want to treat the Sunday that much because it's, for most of us, it's gone. Some of you still have it ahead of you. So it's good to know that it's the gathering energy, which is about, if you're in the group, again, staying true to yourself and your own values in the group. But the gathering is more important than anything else. And it's about this balancing effect that the gathering has with a family or with whatever. Let's see what else words do we have for that one. Some call it clustering. Companionship. I like that. Companionship is the day energy. Cool. Let's look at tomorrow, because tomorrow's energy is 23, which some call peel and which some call splitting apart. So the 23 is splitting is, and we're coming again to being true to yourself. This is so funny, isn't it? How sometimes there's a theme. How in times of splitting, you can come to yourself and your own values. So splitting is meant as in splitting as in it's not an act of violence. The splitting here, the peel, is more an act of you're on your own. You feel like you're on your own. Okay, and that is what it feels like. And that is what tomorrow's energy is. So if you tomorrow find yourself feeling alone, feeling apart from the rest, somebody mentioned the word abandoned the other day to me. If you feel like that tomorrow, then really look into what are your values? What are your what's your mental health at the moment? Look after your mental health. Use the time where you feel alone. There's a difference between being alone and loneliness, isn't it? So use the time if you find yourself feeling alone, not lonely, alone, to look into your own mental health. Meditate, read a book, listen to an audiobook, stare out to the sea, go for a walk. Maybe that is something you should look into tomorrow. And from the start, there's not that much fortunate to do tomorrow anyway. So going for a walk sounds like a good idea. Very good hours between 9 and 11, by the way. Oh, and between 9 and 1, I'd say. Yes. Good for tomorrow. Okay. So how to raise the energy on the Tuesday? What energy do we have on the Tuesday? Oh, beautiful. Tuesday is number 2. The receptive, the heaven. No, earth. Sorry. Heaven is number 1. Of course, number 2 is earth. The receptive, number 2, which is complete yin. It's yin and yin. So it's also called the mother. But so that is tomorrow. Beautiful, beautiful energy. And by the way, it's a success day. So if you plan anything important, Tuesday is a good day for that. Good. So what does the 2 mean? So the 2 means, because it is earth, it's about being connected with earth. So Tuesday, maybe you do your walk on Tuesday again and connect with earth. And with the walking, really feel your feet on the ground. Really feel your feet on the ground on the Tuesday's Earth Day. I Ching number 2. And what else does it say? It's earth and earth, the receiving, how to be one with nature. So maybe the mental health aspects that you realized on the Monday, you can then connect with Mother Earth on the Tuesday and really nurture yourself. Nurture yourself and grow with that on the Tuesday. How does it sound? I think that's a great thing. What am I going to do on Tuesday? I don't have any beach here. Let's say what I'm going to do on Tuesday. How can we raise our energy on the Wednesday? Wednesday is 21, biting, or some also call it, let's have a look, biting through, deciding. I like that. So Wednesday seems to be maybe not as easy as the Monday and the Tuesday. Maybe there's something waiting for you on the Wednesday. Wednesday is a receive day. So it is more about what is out there. What do I have to buy through? What can I receive? What can I deliver? What can I do? What can I maybe even remove? It's not a remove day, but still. So looking into that. So the 21, what are we having? It's thunder on fire. So there seems to be an obstacle coming up on Wednesday. So if you find there's a confrontation or an obstacle coming up on the Wednesday, and because you had the Monday and the Tuesday where you found out what's happening and you connected yourself with Mother Earth, you were looking after your well-being on Monday or Tuesday. And if you did that well, on the Wednesday, there's a confrontation coming up or an obstacle, but you can still stay clear because you're prepared. You had the Monday and the Tuesday to look after yourself and your well-being. So if the confrontation or the obstacle comes up on the Wednesday, you have the ability to stay clear, to know what you want. And you don't have to voice it. Remember the year energy of the opposition, small things. So if there's a confrontation coming up and your mental health is really on top of it, do you really need to react to that? Is it really necessary that you have an opinion on that? Do you really have to resonate with that? So if that is really an obstacle, if it's really a confrontation, it's sometimes better to take a step back and look at the situation from a little bit further back and ask yourself, do I really need to react? Or do I just not resonate? Here's a thought, isn't it? Isn't it? Because the month energy, remember, it's still alertness, awareness. That is our topic. Good. How do we raise our energy on the Thursday? Oh, number 37. Beautiful. Family. Family. Or also called, what's that one? Something dwelling, people. Family. I like family. So that's the energy for Thursday is family, which is an open day. So you want to visit someone, someone's visiting you. I don't know. How this is about rules. Family has a lot to do about rules. So what are the rules for you? What rules can you change? So if you visit someone on the Thursday, or someone is visiting you, the question is, how much do you have to play by the rules? How much can you influence the rules? I like to influence them at times. So, yep. So that would be the question for me. There are lots of good stars, by the way, on the Thursday. So it's not too bad. Good hours for that between 1 and 3, I'd say. Oh, and heaven also between 11 and 1. So that's okay. So if that comes up, really ask yourself, how much? Oh, ask yourself, who makes the rules? Who makes the rules? Why can't I make the rule? I mean, I can bend the rules or I can make the rules. Who made the rules? So in the family, in that constellation, maybe it's time to change one or the other game or one or the other rule. So that would be a good thing to ponder about, to meditate on Thursday. Okay. How do we raise our energy on Friday? Friday 41, decreasing, sorry. Decreasing. 41 decreasing. Yes, not that many good stars on the day, but decreasing. I find it interesting or diminishing. How many people they say, oh, it's getting less. Oh my God, it's getting less. Oh my God, hang on. Aren't a lot of you complaining that everything's so fast and much, and so many people are overwhelmed? So many people say, oh, everything's too much. I can't think straight and blah, 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 and too much going on. A day of decreasing, maybe that also means a day of slowing down. So maybe, let me have a look if there's a good time for, there's not really a meditation hour. Maybe 5 to 7. Maybe 5 to 7, if you like that. Oh, 9 to 11, too late for me. 5 to 7 is for me. So yes, decreasing. I'm about decreasing. Lake on top, mountain underneath. Oh yes, the mountain underneath. So that means the mountain always means that meditation is good, going into the cave and just going inside. So how do you, if you retreat, maybe on that day, retreating yourself a bit more, stepping back from whatever is going on, will also decrease possible, what's the word? Can't find the English word. Can't find the English word now. Damn it. That you have to give more than you want to. Maybe that's also something that you're giving too much. So how about decreasing? You're giving too much, exhausting yourself. Is that a good motto for the day? That would definitely raise your energies, by the way. That would definitely raise your energies if you're decreasing what you are handing out all the time. Because as I always say, you cannot give what you don't have, and you have to fill your cup, and you have to put the oxygen mask first on, blah, 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 and all of these things. So how about looking at decreasing, slowing down, and giving out less? Because especially, so many people are overwhelmed, exhausted. Look at decreasing as in slowing down. And that would be the Friday. Yeah. That looks good. Saturday. Saturday, the day energy is the same as the month energy. Dread or going with alertness. So double 10 on the Saturday. So be even more alerted of what's going on behind you, how you treat other people, how other people treat you. And do you have to go in resonance with that? Or can you then just like, I'm doing a Wayne Dyer course at the moment. Brilliant man who definitely passed too soon. And he just says this. Well, one of his mantras was, I intend to love and be kind to all people, no matter how they treat me. Working on it. Working on it. But seriously, with some of the stuff that happened that I told you before, it's working. It's working. Letting go. It's about letting go, because however they treat you, the more you clinge to that, and she said that, and he said that, and rah, 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 the more you feel overwhelmed, anxious. Who's suffering? It's not them. It's you. So let go, letting go, letting go, letting go. So if you are in that alertness and realizing how other people treat you, and you start realizing how you treat other people. What was the other mantra that he said? Oh, I haven't got it here. Do I? No, I don't. It's kind of, if you want to receive love, be love. And that is such a cool concept. I mean, that's amazing. So on Saturday, seriously, watch how you treat other people and how they treat you, and whether you need to go in resonance with that or not. Cool. Sunday. Okay, Sunday. Sunday, the month energy is changing from dread, alertness, to 34. Great strength. Amazing. And by the way, because if we had Saturday 10 and 10, so on the Sunday, we're changing also on day and month to 34. Great strength. Wow. Okay. So great power, great boldness. But remember, please remember, the year energy is still opposition. The year energy is still, you can do more in the small, on a small scale and not too big. So although we're going into the great power and the great boldness for the month, snake's coming. Is it? Yes, it is. So we're going into the boldness. And am I still here? I hope I am. All good. I hope this is still working. I'm not sure if I'm still live. Am I? Something's going on. Let's see. I just carry on. We'll see. Sunday. Yes, 34. Great strength. Let's see what it says. And 34. How to use your power and your boldness and all of these things for the greater good. That's the word. That's the English word. For the greater good. How to use your power, whatever is in your power, for the greater good. I'm really not sure if I'm still live, but hey, let's see. We will see. So this is the Sunday. This is the Sunday. So this is the whole week. How did you like it so far? I hope I'm still live. I have no idea. Something's not working here, but we will see. Whatever happens, happens. Write me. Let me know. Let me know if this was helpful. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know what else you want to see from me and what we can do. This is this week's forecast with I Ching. And I hope you liked it. See you again next week. Woohoo! Have a lovely time. Bye.